Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to print date and time. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. So there is an old method and there is a latest method. Okay. From Java 8 onwards, we have a latest way of printing the date and time. From before Java 8, we also have another way of printing the date and time. Okay. So we generally have to use the latest things, right? They will be more advanced and sophisticated anyhow. So for that reasons, I'm going to demonstrate both, but I recommend you guys to use the latest ones over the oldest ones of printing the date and time. Okay. So some people may still use the oldest ones, but I prefer how to move to the latest ones, how to print the date and times, and we'll explore a lot about printing date and time in this category. Fine. So for that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and here create a new class. Okay, I'll just create a new class. I'll just name this class as date and time demo. Okay, with main method I'll create. With main method I'm going to create. And here the font size is very low. I'll just increase the font size, Control plus plus. Yeah, to what level you want, you can increase. Yeah, inside this main method, I'll first talk about the old way of printing date and time. Okay, this is the old way where you need to create an object for the date class. Okay, date is equal to new date. Okay, if you are using an older version of Java, still it is okay. Okay, like if your Java version is less than 8, still you will be able to use this. Okay, and in latest versions also you can use. It's not deprecated it, but it's the oldest way. We got the new stuff now. When the new stuff is there, why to use the old stuff? Okay, maybe you have to have some idea where of old and new things. Okay, that's the reason I'm covering this one. Pour the mouse on this date and import this date from java.util package. Okay, once that is done, now write down. If you want to print out the date and time, it's very simple. Simply print out this date and run the code and see what is happening. Just print the date and see what is happening. You see, date and time are getting printed. Okay, date is equal to new date, system.out.println date. So here today is in India. Here it is Monday. Yes, it's May month. Yes, it's sixth date. Yes. Okay, 15 means yeah, here also 15:58, 3:58 p.m. Okay, and 25. You see, 15:58 and seconds are coming, 25 seconds. Okay, at that point of time when I printed that. Okay, this is how we can print date and time in the old way. What about the new way to print the date and time? We have different ways. Okay, latest ways of printing date and time from Java 8 features. Okay, Java 8 onwards. Okay, from Java 8 onwards, these things are available from Java. Before Java 8, this is there. After Java 8, we have these things. Local date is one of the predefined classes in Java and say dot, and you'll get a method like a lot of methods will be there here. Now method is something you have to take. Okay, now is there and many other variations are there to customize the stuff. You can use many of these methods and but you go with the now guys. Okay, that is very simple and most of the people use now. Okay, and here this now method will return you an object of the local date again. I'll say local, or here already date is there now. I'll say date 2. Okay, date 2 I'll say. Over the mouse on this and create local variable. And here I'll write down system.out.println. System.out.println. This is the latest way, guys. This is the oldest way. And here I'll print the date 2, which is printing the local date, that is date in the latest format. Okay, latest way. Run this code. You see here, whenever you are asking for date in the oldest format, not only date, but also along with the date, you're also getting the what you say, along with that, you're also getting the time also. But here, when you say date in the local date, you'll only get the date, guys. Okay, You'll not get the time. You see, 6th May 2024. Clearly, it's very sweet and simple. Like when compared to this one, you see it looks very sweet and simple, right? And also, if you want to get the time, then we have to use one more thing, guys. Okay, if you want to get the time, you have to use one more thing. That is, here we are not creating an object. If you clearly see here, for old way, we have to create an object for the date class and assign to the variable of the date class and print it out. Okay, print the object reference of the date class. Okay, here object creation is being done. Here, we are not creating an object. We are simply calling one of the predefined static methods of the local date, and that return type of that predefined method is, local date. That's how it's being done, but this is not the object creation statement, right? And using that, we are able to print it out. Now, if you want to print the time, I showed you using the latest way how to print the date I showed you, but how to print the time. And again, one more thing is that you have to make sure that right click on the project properties for this local date and time to work. Go to this project and here right click on the project and select properties. Properties dialog will come. You see, again, I'll repeat. Right click on this, select properties. Properties dialog will come. In that, go to Java compiler and observe that at least 1.8 version is mentioned here. If not, 1.8 is not mentioned, change the version. Okay, you can even take the latest version. I'll just stick to 1.8 only. Okay, just make sure that the minimum version Java compiler version in your Java project is 1.8 version. Otherwise, these things will give you the errors. Okay, if you have less than 1 point, if I go here and select properties, and I'll show you what is going to happen. If I change it to 1.7, less than 1.8, and say apply, and close, immediately we are going to get an error here. Save this. Okay, I'm not getting any error here. That's okay. So is that 1.7, right click, properties, is it stick to 1.7? Yes. 1.7 compliance level is working still. What if I say apply and close? Then, okay. This is introduced in latest versions only, guys. Okay. 1 minute, let's find it out. Yeah, since 1.8, but somehow the error is not coming, but it's introduced from 1.8. So let's close this and open that again. Date and time demo. Is there any, but it got introduced in 1.8 only. You can clearly see that it got introduced in since 1.8. This class is immutable and thread safe also. It's introduced in 1.8. So it's better that Java compliance level also you set to 1.8 just to make sure make sure that nothing will happen here. Apply and close. Okay, there may be some settings that is going wrong, but it got introduced in 1.8 only. That's fine. And here, one more thing about this local date is only date you are getting, right? In a proper format, you are getting the date. Compared to the previous format, this looks very good for me, okay? So 06 May, 6th May 2024, it is coming. And similarly, if you want to print the time, you have to write local time. Okay, time is equal to, instead of writing like this, you can write like this, local time. Local time is a predefined class in Java dot, you have to say now again. Okay. Like you have said local date dot now, you have to say local time dot now, and it will return you the object of the local time. So I'll say time is equal to, over the mouse on this, create local variable, local time will be declared, and print it out simply. System.out.println. Time you can print it out. Run this, and you will see the time will get printed out. You see? Time. That is it's 4 p.m. here in India, 4 p.m. And 04, that is minutes and 51 seconds, and this is milliseconds. Okay, this is how it will be printing the time. Now there are many other stuff that you can do along with this. That is while printing the date and time, right? There are many other ways. Okay, this is the oldest way, this is the latest way, and along with that, if you take this data system.out.println date to dot, you'll get a lot of methods here, guys. Okay, compared to format, get day of month. It will only get the day of that particular thing. Won't complete date it will not get. In that, what is the day is there, right? That is today is 6th, right? 6th should be printed. Okay. Let's see, only day of the month. You see 6 got printed. That's great. Now next one, system.out.println. Many ways of printing data and time and and all those stuff. Okay. I'll have one more thing. I'll tell you what is that. That's please be there. There's important thing. Apart from local date and local time, there's one more thing that I'll cover. Okay. Dot. Then get day of year or get month value. Let's see. Month value will be printed. Month value, that is 5, right? Value of the month that will be printed. That is May. Date to dot. Date to dot. What else is there? Let's try that out. Get month value is there. Get year is there. Year will be printed now. We can also print the year. That is 2024 should be printed. You see, not only getting the date like this, we can get the day separately, month separately, year separately. What else is there? Let's find it out. System.out.println date to dot. Okay, so any other stuff? The methods are all there. That's okay. Is there any other thing? I'm just looking at this. Then this is a get day of week. That is all what we have done. Okay. I'm just finding out if there is any other thing that is left out here that I have to cover to retrieve that. Yeah, this is fine. This is a way to, get the month, get the day, month, and year. And coming to the time also, we can do the same thing. System.out.println time dot get hour. Okay, we can get the hour like the system.out.print. Only hour it will get. And if I say time dot get minutes, okay, then system.out.println. So a lot of flexibility is there here. You can clearly see time dot get second, system.out.println time dot get hour is done, get minute is done, get second is done. Is there any other stuff? I have to see at a high level. I think that is nano. Okay. The last one is get minute, get hour, get nano. Okay, milliseconds kind of stuff will come with get nano and print it out. Run this code and see that after time got printed, you will see 16 means 4 p.m. here in India and 12 plus 4 is 16. Okay, 8 means, get minute, 8 minutes, 48. Okay, 8 minutes. Then 20 seconds, and this is milliseconds, okay, nanoseconds, whatever you can call. Okay, and apart from this, there is a flexibility of printing both data and time together. Instead of using local date separately, local time separately, we have something known as local date time. This is another variation. Okay, you can have both. Instead of creating them, if you need only date related stuff, you can go with local date. If you want only time related stuff, you can go with local time. But if you want both date and time, then we have the flexibility of local date and time. Again, say dot now. The return type will be again the object of the local date time. I'll say date time is equal to both the date and time, right? So date time I'm saying. Hover the mouse on this, create local variable, and here write down system.out.println date time. You print out date time here. You'll get both the date and time printed. Okay, you'll get both date and time printed in the latest way. You see, both date is printed and time is printed. Okay, year, month, day. Here, what is coming? Here, time 16. 16 means what? Where the for separation T is there, and here T 16 means here 4 p.m. 16 09. Yes, 09. Okay, 36 seconds, nanoseconds. Okay, all those. Now, similarly, I can write system.out.println. I can call all these methods that I covered with date and time now. That is date time dot get day of month, day of year, whatever you say, that's okay. Just take one of them. System.out.println date time dot get month value, then system.out.println, then write down date time dot get year. Where is the year? Year. Okay, all these things are completed. Now you can also do the same thing to get the hour. Okay, you don't have to separately create local date to local time. If you need time separately, date separately, you can go with these individual classes. If you want both date and time, then directly you can go with the local date time case. Okay, that's the easiest way. So whatever the requirements you have, right, based on that you can do. Okay, either separate or get hour, I'll say. Okay, then system.out.println date time dot get minute, I'll say. Then system.out.println, I'll say date time dot get second, I'll say. Then system.out.println date time dot get nano, I'll say. You see all these things in a single class we got. Okay, run the code and observe that everything will come. You see date and time. After that, day, month, year, hours, that is 4 p.m. 12 plus 4 p.m. minutes, then seconds and nanoseconds. Okay, everything came. So this is the oldest way. This is the latest way, guys. This is the latest way. Okay, you go with the oldest way. System.out.println. Okay, date dot. You see, a lot of things got deprecated already. You see this strike off means that got deprecated. Okay, that's a problem, guys. So whenever it's not better to use oldest way now, because a lot of things of this previous thing got deprecated. At least you can print the date. That's okay. But there are some things like get date. If you want to get the date, it's not possible because it got deprecated. It's suggesting us to use the latest local date, local time, local date time kind of classes. Okay, you see all these minutes, month, seconds. Okay, get time, everything got deprecated. Get year, everything got deprecated, guys. Okay, so it's better not to use the old one. You see, most of the methods got deprecated. If you see some strike off means that got deprecated. I'll show you practically here. Get date. If I say, you see, you will get a strike off. That means it got deprecated. So it's not recommended to use the old way of printing date time, and it got deprecated. Most of its methods, most uh, most of these methods of date got deprecated already. Okay, already. So use the latest one, local date, you can use local time, you can use local date and time, you can use, okay, to print the date and time related stuff. So just to help you guys in taking the screenshot and working in your machine, I have reduced the size of this. Now you can take a screenshot of this. Okay, so hope guys you have taken the screenshot of this code so that later you can work in your machine. Now, hope guys you got an answer for this question. So there are two ways of printing date and time. Okay, just to conclude, there are two ways. First way is the old way, where we have the date class. Okay, date class is there where most of its methods got already deprecated or outdated. Okay, we can you can still use them, but you will get some strike off message recommending not to use it. Okay, the latest way of printing date time is by using this latest predefined classes of Java, which got introduced from 1.8 version of Java. One is local date, local local time. The last one is local date time. Any of these things you can use, and it's you don't have to create an object, but static methods you can call, and using the object references you can access all this predefined class related methods to retrieve the date, time, seconds, hours, minutes, years, and all the stuff. Okay, as I demonstrated in this session. So hope guys with practical demonstration you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.